Good morning, 10 before 5. Time to take a look at market activity and overnight trade. And our Monday morning analyst from Farm Futures, Bryce Knorr, is with us. Bryce, how are we starting out the week?
Well, unfortunately, we're seeing some red ink on the screen this morning, Mick. December corn down 7 cents, November beans down 3.5, and wheat down 10 cents or so. So we saw a dramatically cooler and wetter forecast for the 6 to 10, 8 to 14-day period came out yesterday afternoon, and that's one reason why we're seeing this continued sell-off in the grain market. Prices really broke when trading started over in Europe.
Now, this is not only wetter, but possibly cooler. This would be fantastic for the crop, but as you pointed out, poor for prices, huh?
Right. Now, we just started the run of the latest computer model. That'll finish running probably around 5:30. And the latest overnight run actually took a turn hotter and drier for the end of that 2-week period. So, again, these forecasts are going to be flipping around back and forth. That's going to cause some volatile trading. So at that time of year, we started shooting tassels in my area of southern Wisconsin over the weekend. So the corn crop is starting to pollinate.
Now, are we looking at any export activity this week? Have you heard any rumors, Bryce?
Well, last week we saw some heavy Chinese buying of corn. It doesn't seem that was signaling any real new activity, but more or less purchases that they were expected to make. But that would be one area to watch. Also, the wheat market, there's been a lot of international interest. People wondering just what Egypt is going to be doing, and a lot of proposals floated about to try to get them some aid so they can buy the wheat they need.
Well, outside of the weather and export markets, political unrest around the world, or focusing on Egypt, could that be a major player this week?
Well, we have to watch. At some point, Egypt is going to need to step in and buy some wheat, and they're going to need to buy it fairly soon. They have only a 2-month supply of imported wheat on hand, and of course, their wheat and their bread is heavily subsidized for the poor there. So they're going to need to be doing some buying very quickly.
All right. Bryce, where are we at with cattle futures and feeder cattle this morning?
Well, I think it's going to depend in part on weather. If we do take a turn cooler, that could be good for beef demand. There was some idea that beef demand is slipping due to the turn hotter. People just don't want to go outside and grill. Also, we have to watch beef prices are getting a little uncompetitive, particularly compared to pork. I know that's what I chose for my weekend grilling.
All right. Too hot to grill. There's something wrong with that, isn't it, Bryce?
That just don't sound right.
No. So let's get out there and do. All right. Thanks so much, Bryce. Appreciate all the input you had this morning.